Are we ready? Yes? Yeah? Am I on? Am I online? Alright, I'm online, I guess, according to the producer. So, hey, welcome to Team Fortress TV. Another Prem game for you guys tonight between Ascent and I guess the newly sponsored Omni 5, also known as Rakuzan, Suns basketball team and whatever. But yeah, the new sponsor, this is their first game under the Omni 5 brand. And you got me here casting HiipFire. We got my co-caster here, Pred.
Hello.
And we got the one and only Degu here on production. So we got some Prem talent here supporting the cast, and then you have me. I'm also here. But yeah, so it's Omni 5 versus Ascent. This is interesting little matchup. I mean, Ascent, the second, like, seen as like the second best, maybe like best with like the weird 7 situation, and then you got Rakuzan, a team that is looking to try to squeeze their way into like 4 seed in playoffs with this game. How are you feeling about this, Fred?
Yeah, they could get into the playoffs for sure. It's really so close this season, isn't it? With all the teams being so close in points. And it's only week 6. Actually, it should be week 7 soon.
This is one of those late, very late officials, but this is not as bad as like the 7 Ascent game that is week 2 and is yet to be played. Like they're
Oh yeah,
technically
really looking
only
forward to that one.
like, oh yeah, that's gonna be really insane, but that's gonna be in like a couple days. But yeah, with this game, I don't know, like, you think that you think that Rakuzan, I guess I didn't need to call them Omni 5. I need to get that out of my system now. Omni 5. Do you think that they have it in them to maybe like try and get a point maybe from Ascent, or
Oh yeah, they definitely could. Product is an upset map because we all know it's the only Koth map and anything goes in Koth. They've got some really good scouts as well. I'm not sure if they have a sniper player really, which is quite common in Product for most teams. I think they don't. Will be interesting to see that. I know Ascent runs a sniper and Chris goes scout, I'm pretty sure. They let Credu snipe.
Oh yeah, definitely. Ascent, yeah, Chris is like a very decent scout. I know that he used to play scout back when I think he won the Gamers Assembly LAN when he played scout. So like, yeah, it's a very interesting lineup. How they have like a roamer who's really competent on scout. It's actually watching the STV, their Ascent scrimming or Electro like right now. They just ended the scrim, and yeah, Chris was playing scout, and then they have Credu on sniper, and Credu is quite the scary sniper. I remember him being basically the only reason that the old like I-61 Ascent roster was any good on Product was just because Credu farmed. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the scouts on Omni 5, I don't know if they're very competent on scout. I don't think
really? You think so?
I mean, I don't know if they are. Is what I mean. I'm not quite familiar with them in the off-classing department, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they snipe, but they're really decent scout. They're good scouts. I don't think they can like. I'm pretty sure they're both good at sniper as well, but I don't think Gotti or Raf really play scout. I think I've seen Raf play scout a bit, but I'm not convinced he's gonna go scan. I think they're just gonna run cookie cutter most of the time. We'll be curious to see how they handle this the Credu sniper though.
Yeah, it really depends on how they want to. Yeah, because most people tend to do the just counter sniper by just running your own sniper and hoping he outsnipes them. But yeah, so there's going to be a lot of pressure on Raf and Gotti to try and put pressure on Credu if Ascent decides to pull that card, which I presume they probably would. That is definitely like something that can mess up a lot of teams. But so yeah, you have Product, right? So Product, but then on the other hand, we have the TF2 comp still I don't know what the word is. I completely lost. But we got Prolands, right? This is a map that we've seen a lot before. Do you think that Omni 5 is a chance on that, or do you think that's more going to be like Ascent's map to just dominate?
I don't know. Prolands is really weird. I think it usually comes down to like last pushes and holds, really. I feel like, and Yeah, it's mostly about securing those rounds.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's definitely going to be quite interesting to see, like how well Omni5 will be able to match Ascent on these mids. As it seems like they're actually going to be starting on Prolands as opposed to starting on Product, which is going to be a bit interesting since, like, I guess if you start on Product and you get kind of like owned, like maybe DM wise, or like this crate who just destroys you, then maybe like you could your mentality or your the mood in the team can get completely destroyed. So maybe starting on at least the map that is a bit more, I guess, tactics focused, maybe like a bit more less DM based centric than Product, I guess, would be pretty decent for Omni 5. But I don't know. I've been told that we have super fancy stats that we can look at.
Ooh,
I don't know
interesting.
if we can. I don't know if we can pull these up.
Hopefully we
I'd
can.
like to see. Yeah. Can our producer confirm that we have the stats? Oh, all right. It's underway. There it is. Ooh, there we go. So we got all the players there from Ascent. Got the roster up there. So you got Funds, Credu, Scouts, Chris, Josh, Soldiers, and an Elicor and Umbrak. And you know, I wasn't. Just look at. I love these stats. You can see like in the stats like KAD and stuff. You can see like their rankings within the entire the entire season with compared to all the other players. And I just love all the ones that I'm seeing like on Umbrak and Elocore. Like this double 1 and then 2 on DPM. This is definitely showing the quite strong DM basis, I guess, for the
Oh yeah,
Ascent
definitely.
roster.
Most of them seem to have positive KD as well. And Josh with the 31 air shots is pretty insane.
Ooh, the frag movies.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see. We're gonna move over to the other team here. We're gonna go to the Omni 5 stats soon. We're just waiting patiently, but we're basically on Omni 5. It is, if I remember correctly, the scouts are Scruff and Swee. They had peers at some point, but they're playing with Scruff, Swee, and then Raf, Gaudy Soldiers, and then Demos on demo, which I just still love how Demos is also literally a demo, and then obviously now they're playing with Raptor after Ace, very unfortunately disappeared, or I don't actually know what actually happened, but he left, I guess, the team, and they're playing with Raptor now. But I guess the stats aren't, or oh, actually, my stats are up, but they are actually just on stream, but I can't see them on my thing. But yeah, there it is. We just missing Gotti, the Romanian roamer of the team. Is too bad. I mean, this scouts on like when I remember when this team like first formed, like in the or like was one high, like the players that kind of stood out to me were like that they had like Sui. I knew was a good scout. I knew that that Demos was a really good demo, but like who do you think the standout players are for Omni 5?
I think it's the scouts and the demo for sure. Yeah, the soldiers are pretty good as well, and obviously Raptors are prem winner and solid medic. Yeah, the scouts and the demo are the players to look out for.
You think that Demos is gonna do his name proud? He's gonna pound.
Oh yeah, probably on the product. It's a pretty demo-centered map. I'm interested to see him play on that one.
Yes. All right, switching up the stats once again for the Demos Elocore matchup. So I mean, obviously, looking at these stats, right? It's a bit like if you look at these stats, you obviously like immediately think that Elocore is like the better demo, but like regardless of him making the award last season, and he's like these are both really good demos, but Demos obviously plays on like the lesser ranked team because like Elocore, if I remember correctly, like you plays like really like you can even see it in the stats that he gets a lot of heals, and that he just generally it's kind of a demo-centric team, and it's like it's a really strong team, so your stats are obviously going to look a bit better. But these are both like really respectable stats. I mean, like you can even see like KD ratio is first, and then demo's third, and then KAD goes first and second. So like this is definitely quite a cool matchup to see which one of these will end up being the better demo at this specific official. But
yeah, I think both teams are pretty demo centered with the heals, and they do a good job with the heals and everything. Provide really good damage and space for the team.
Well, we're gonna switch over to some scout matchups. We got the Credu Swede. We got the Scandinavian scouts here in the face-off. Man, these are a lot rougher than the demo Elicor one. Demons and Elicor was so close, and then you look at this and you see Credu second, and then Swee 17th and 19th. I mean, that's pretty rough. I haven't really been able to keep up with the Omni 5 games, so I'm not exactly the one to put it into context. But what are your thoughts of this this scout matchup?
I'm pretty sure Sweet plays more aggressive flank scout, so that might explain some of the more deaths and more stats in general. But yeah, obviously being on the better team, Credo has better stats by default.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the stats are like, yeah, like they're a bit like the deaths just completely ruin Swee's stats. It seems because everything else is like, if you kind of forget that the deaths are so high, then it looks like not that bad. Like the kills are relatively even. Damage, I mean, is a lot higher for Credo, but I think that also takes into account his sniper play. At least I'm not sure if that's actually true, but if it takes account sniper, like that kind of skews it a bit. But yeah, like a bit of playstyle difference, and then obviously playing on a different team definitely helps. I mean, it definitely helps like when definitely on like scout, like playing the less like heal intensive scout, like if your team is really good, that means that you get a lot of like cleanup kills and such. And obviously, if your soldiers in demo are putting out crap tons of damage constantly, then if you just get the cleanup kills, it's still going to be pretty decent. And I mean, yeah, I don't know, but regardless, it'll be. I mean, this is definitely going to be like this map is definitely going to see how good the Omni 5 scouts match up because. Yeah, like Credo is obviously going to be on sniper for a lot of this time, but Sui is probably going to be playing scout a decent amount as well. So we'll see definitely how good Sui can at least show up on this map. While Credo, yeah, it's probably going to be tested a bit more on sniper, but we'll see. Can probably switch it up. Yeah, we're gonna go to the other scouts. We're gonna go to Funds and Scruff. We got the two combo scouts here. And the beautiful, everyone's favorite Scruff stat, 250 heals per minute, as opposed to 209 for Funds. We got the two English scouts here, both combo scouts, but the average deaths still actually are for the Omni 5 scout. Scruff with 16 deaths, 18 kills, and then getting woefully outclassed on the rest of the little stats there.
I'm surprised to see Funds take so little heals. I thought he took way more. Maybe it's Scruff taking too many. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, sometimes, yeah. So this is, I mean, the heals is definitely like a play style difference, but yeah, I think it's definitely Scruff taking a bit more than Funds does, because like both the demos took like 300 per minute, so like in a demo centric team that when a demo gets 300, getting like 250 is actually quite a lot to begin with already. But
yeah, I have to do with I think Josh takes possibly more heals than I think Raph is the pocket, right?
Yes.
I think soldiers in general and
Ooh, switching over to the pocket one. We got the Josh Raph one, but you can continue your thought first.
Yeah, I think soldiers on Ascent take more heals in general, and the scouts take a bit more on the Omni 5.
Yeah, definitely seems like it. I mean,
as we can see with Josh and Raph here, quite a big difference in the heals received.
Oh, that is the contrast is it could not be clear on this one. Yeah, with Raph taking so much more. Jesus, I mean, this is pretty like this is a really Josh stat because like Josh always has played a pocket style that like was really heal intensive. Obviously, you know, like when he played in Lego, he was the guy who played with like the banners and stuff and would just yell at his team to pop Ubers on him, and he would always get like 25-30% heals. And Raph definitely does not do that. Maybe he's a bit more of a timid pocket as opposed to the Irish soldier. Who knows?
Yeah, Josh is really the tank of Ascent, I think. Running the banners and busting chokes all around.
Yeah, most definitely. But I guess we can go over to the roamer. Yeah, we're on the roaming soldier. All right, so we got Gaudy Chris. Ooh, these are. Ooh, for a second I thought this was gonna be really even. Oh, this is so. Oh, the 20th for Gaudy there on the. That's like an extremely low stat. Yeah, I don't know. Like Gaudy, I think has always been seen as kind of the one of the lesser players in this season or in this team rather, not in this season. In like Omni 5 was definitely like kind of the most one of the question marks going into this season. Um, I can't really say much about his style and how like the deaths come into play, but stats aren't really too flattering for him. What do you think?
I think it's got a lot to do with him, his playstyle really. He likes to go behind a lot and go for loads of plays. And make space for his team, and space sadly doesn't show up in logs really.
Yeah,
I think he could be a star player on product maybe. If they run a sniper and he can shut him down well, that's could do some good work there.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, Gotti maybe is one of the players that kind of, I guess, then is good outside of the stats. Because I mean, all these stats are like definitely, they say some like they don't tell the full picture. Because especially with like roamers and sometimes like flank scouts and just other stuff. Like if you play like with a relatively like suicide-y flank, yeah, like you said with Gotti, like your deaths are just going to be a lot higher. So it's not to say that he's bad, but maybe yeah, his role is a bit different. Like maybe he's like the Mookie role, you know, in Low Panda where he'd go like 8-20 like every game because he just sacks like every minute. So I don't know, but yeah, but Chris is even though it says like he's playing roamer, he'll probably not be playing roamer. He'll be playing scout in this game. Probably for a decent amount of this, is Kredu is obviously going to be sniping a lot. Just so you don't get confused when the game starts and you suddenly see Chris on scout and you just get confused. But I guess we can go to the final matchup. We can go to the medic matchup. Ooh, so we got the Prem winner Raptor and then the Prem second place Umbrak on the matchups here. And there's a lot of stats to look at. And I see not a lot of crits first, but there's like, I mean, the deaths, right? Like the deaths 4-8. That's like this is probably where like the stats where the skill of the team and like where the team kind of ranks and kind of gets affected the most with medics. Because like I mean, you can take the assist can be like give or take whatever. Like staying with like KAD really, but I don't know. I see a really high average healing per map from Raptor, which is quite interesting. But I mean, it seems to be like they're matched up relatively evenly. Don't you think?
Yeah, it seems pretty even. It's interesting to see average deaths per map. Omback is first somehow. I wasn't expecting to see that stat.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. You know, you try really hard, but oh well. I mean, yeah, these stats like it's very hard. These stats are just for the people that want to know a little bit, want to see what's up. But yeah, these stats are really even, and it's all like these ones are the ones that probably have the least, I guess, like importance of all of them because these are more like if you're medic, you're outside of like drops, and maybe like uh some like smaller stats. Like it's very hard to tell who a good medic is based off of just their stats alone. And most of this, like Umbrak having less deaths, is more just the fact that his team is so much better. Well, maybe not so much better. Not to say that, but I mean, like when this team like has been doing very well in every game, just being able to get very smooth wins, like being able to roll matches, and that obviously makes the medic just look so much better than he could potentially be. Not implying anything, but so let's just, since we're done with the stats mostly, unless we have more stats, but I don't think we do. Oh, yes, we have the tables. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the tables. Yeah, so I guess we can quickly go back on the thing. Yeah, so you got Ascent here. See Ascent, they've gone 8-0 currently. Have not yet dropped a map yet. Just, I mean, you can see like it's 7 has played more, and they have the same amount of points. So, I mean, some of those are penalty points, but yeah, like Ascent is looking really good. And then you have Omni5, which is like a lot more in the middle of the table. They basically have won the same amount of maps that they've lost. So, there's a lot more. That means that the matches have gone a lot more closer, and it's obviously the medics are in trouble a lot more. But yeah, so Ascent in second place, looking to just get some more points, and Omni5 just under that playoff threshold, looking to try and get some points so they can slowly climb their way into that 4th seed. We'll see. The game's about to start, so Pred, we need some predictions out of you.
I think they're playing Product first, from what I see, and on Product, I think Ascent's gonna win because they have a really good sniper player, and this map seems to favor snipers a lot. And overall, I think the DM is better on Ascent, slightly in favor of them.
Alright. So
on Badlands, I think it could go either way, really. I think it could be really close there, for sure.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Not counting Omni5 out just yet, it seems, but
definitely.
We're starting up right now into the first round, so let's see what's going on. I see Kredu, he is on Sniper. Ascent said in the pregame chat that they were going to go Sniper to the first mid, and that's what they're doing. Demos actually goes very aggressively on the first round, immediately on the point, trying to just get some sticky spam up. Gotti behind already, trying to get onto Kredu. Kredu finds Raptor immediately. Gotti does find the sniper eventually, and Omni5 is doing a good job of cleaning up these frags onto the weak Ascent players. But it's 2v2. Raph is in-house trying to fight off Josh and Chris, while Demos is slowly making his way past Cliff after getting that health pack. Ascent seems to be backing off, trying to find this Raph on 40 HP. He eventually gets cleaned up. It's just Demos left on anywhere on this map, really. He's going to be forced to back off, and Ascent gets the first cap.
Yeah, just think Demos got really good early damage, and they shut down the sniper pretty well. Traded medics, and in the end it's Ascent's mid.
Looking quite good. It's a little bit of ad for Ascent, not really extremely relevant amounts of ad, but it's going to be watching on that Kredu cam. He's on Sniper, he finds the body shot onto Demos. That's a very good start, finds a headshot onto Sui as well. Gotti goes onto the medic, he gets headshot by Kredu. Kredu not missing a shot. Now the players are just pushing over the point for Omni5, another headshot.
Oh.
And that is a little bit of a push from Omni5, just completely denied.
Yeah, insane sniping from Kredu, really. They're lucky they got their medic out though, at least, so it's gonna be even Ubers for this fight.
Ooh, Demo's going down, trying to enter through Cliffside, but the forward hold is shutting it completely down. It's just Scruff, Gotti, and Raptor. Josh on the flank actually forces Raptor here. Now Scruff is trying to go over Cliff and find the force onto Umbrak, but it's not really going to quite work out as they're down too many players. They're going to be trying to do a bit of a sack wave sometime soon. Kredu holding just by the rock here, waiting. Oh, the headshot onto Raptor. The jump's coming in from Omni5, trying to get onto Umbrak. They do force it, but Kredu, man, another headshot. It's nuts, but it's Raptor who's alive now. That sack wave successfully getting forced, so it's no real Uber advantage anymore for Ascent, as Omni5's trying to...
Looks like Ascent's forward holding.
Oh yeah, they need to watch out for this. There's some stickies coming in onto main. They get through it relatively cleanly as Ascent is forced to back off. Eloquor really weak, but finds the pipe onto Sui. So that's a frag advantage for Ascent, as Raph in a 1v1 with Josh, they trade frags as well. It is 4v4. And Omni5 edging that point right now. Ascent backing off, trying to get this Gaudy frag. Gaudy just all over the place, trying to get onto Umbrak. He finds one rocket, makes enough space for his team to get the cap up, but Kredu from Cliff is trying to find any picks, but Omni5 is not really peeking into the sight lanes. Ascent puts the Uber over on left side, walks straight over the point. Yeah, they're trying to trade it. It's a way better Uber for Omni5. They find that Chris frag. Players being traded out, but there goes Kredu finding Sweet. So it's 2 players down for Omni5. Headshot on the demos, and the rest of Omni5 needs to just quickly get out before Kredu can re-peek that med frag. And once again, Ascent is looking to cap that point back up.
Look at Ascent's going to forward again with a sniper. They're trying to bully Omni5 out on the cliff side.
Staying in so long. They're just kind of, everyone's collapsing and they're just all going down. Sweet's the only one to find a frag. Is onto Umbrak or onto Eloquor as well, finds that as well. Demo's in spawn, and it is Ascent that is still in control of this point. Seeing a sack wave coming in from Omni5 in the near future. Actually, there's not enough time to do so, and they're actually going to be forced to just to push this right now. They're going to have to
force the Uber with some plays.
Umbrak just on Cliff. They do lose Josh, and Umbrak does commit the Uber onto the point. There's about like the point half capped.
This is perfect.
Oh, this is not really great, but they're kind of split up. Chris and Funds are fighting different fights here, and Chris loses his against Raph. Funds trying to find any frags he can. He's fighting Sweet and Raph. He finds neither of them, and Omni5 somehow get this point capped up again. They're, I guess, waiting. They're a bit scared, but there they go. And now they're at least back in control of this point.
Sen still running the sniper, looking for a pick.
Just sitting on the other side of the point on that low ground, not really wanting to give Kredu any
his bomb in the medic. He gets really good damage on him. Gets Omrak.
There it is. There's no frags though, any other frags from Omni5. It's just Raptor and Demos. That needs to get in, but he's destroyed, and Raptor is not on a DM class. He wants to go, but points capped.
Ascent just crushed their flank while Gotti was killing the medic.
Yeah, this aggression from Ascent is just going really well. Oh, but there it is. Omni5, they're going to go for their own sniper play. It's going to be Gaudy on Scout, so we get to see I would presume the Scout debut from Gaudy and Prem. Let's see what's happening with it.
On the sniper showdown.
Yeah, this is going to be quite interesting. But Kredu on China, and Sui kind of just on the low ground on the right side. Sui finds the full charge body shot onto Kredu, so no sniper there for Ascent. They find Scruff, so players have been traded a little bit, but Omni5 wants to keep their pressure on the point here, but Raph going down to Josh. The rest of Ascent just kind of wanted to go in. Oh, but Sui finds one in a pipe connecting onto Umbrak as well. But Omni5 in not the greatest positions, as Ascent is just trying to collapse on them, but they don't do it very successfully as all their players just go down. It's just Kredu, the spawning sniper, who's alive for Ascent, and Omni5 going to cap the point.
Full out for blue team. They have a sniper as well. It's the same situation, but the team now. Let's see how they can do it.
We'll have to see how Ascent tries to approach forcing the Raptor Uber.
I think they're just gonna give the sniper space. Most likely.
You know, I'd have faith in Kredu to try and find Raptor. He actually sees his head here on the right side. He sees him, doesn't hit it. Raptor now probably aware of the angle Kredu is holding, but Omni 5 just kind of wanting to give Ascent some space on the point. Ascent trying to just get onto Raptor. But Raptor takes basically no damage. A headshot from Kradu onto Scruff is the first frag for Ascent. They want to just slowly get in onto Raptor. Kradu finds his second frag, but his teammates are dying all around him, and it seems like they just kind of have done this semi-fight here, waiting for the Uber to come up. They're coming in now. Gotti going down on the point, Kradu with his third headshot. The Uber now being committed by Raptor and by Umbrak. Demo's getting dropped in this Uber, though.
It's way better for Ascent.
Yeah.
See if they can chase Raptor.
Yeah, main. Ooh, nice try.
Gets picked up by Funds.
Oh, Sui finds one. He finds two. He gets both scouts down. That's pretty decent. It's going to at least make Ascent scoutless for the next 10 seconds as Omni 5 wants
Omni 5 should just be able to push here. No scouts is insane in product.
Definitely.
Kradu gets a really good headshot. Should slow them down a bit.
Moving on through, Raph jumping in early gets denied very hard. Oh, there goes the rest of Omni 5. Demo Scruffer going down. Raptor trying to save Gotti, but he's forced to back as Sui finds his third headshot here. But Raph in, gets a scout, wants to get onto Umbrak, but he's distracted by this Kradu sniper. He finds him as well, actually. It's just Chris that can back up Umbrak, and Gotti and Scruff Demos are going to be trying to get onto this point. They're in the 1v1. Chris Scruff. Chris wins that one. Chris now kind of backing off, kind of afraid of the Demos Gotti duo here. Playing on that high ground. Omni 5 wanting to contest, but they don't have the Uber to. They're just kind of wanting to force Umbrak's Uber. Sui finds that body shot onto Funds, forces the Uber from Umbrak. Now the Uber from Ascent needs to chase down Raptor. Elikor finds that pipe. Chris actually gets the rest of this Uber, finds Demos as well. A headshot coming through, pipe onto Scruff is just Gotti. He gets headshotted, and Omni 5 gets just completely shut down.
Just really good work from Ascent. Crazy headshot by Kradu. Really good Uber. Picks up Raptor. That's the key pick. They got it. And Chris picks up Raph as he's running into spawn, actually.
Well, you know, the pistol snipe, it works sometimes when you get those mini Chris. Very good, but Omni 5 is trying to bust through this left side. They're trying, but it's not going too great. There's a scout right there just to meet him. Josh actually jumping. Oh, but Raph gets both. Gets Umbrak and
Josh
Funds.
with a shotgun. Picks up Raptor at the last second.
Extreme chaos, but oh, and Kradu on the Sui. It's number advantage for Omni 5 coming through Cliff here. They got one of every DM class to go straight through. Gotti aggressively onto Kradu, wants to get the kill. He finds the direct, and it is going to be the cap to Omni 5 after whatever that disaster of a forward hold was.
It's just chaos, really. Omni 5 seem to be in a forward hold and bullying us out really hard.
Just got a scout and a sniper, not really much you can do about that. A direct actually lands onto Umbrak, but Umbrak on full HP can just tank straight through that. Ascent just sitting in spawn. Kratos going to try and peek main. Raptor actually just completely exposed and nobody really actively holding main, but Kratos doesn't nail the shot. And now Ascent's going to try to bust through the grass side here with a pyro. Funds just completely destroyed. Josh jumps through, pulls out a shotgun, doesn't do anything. Raptor goes down to Elikor, and Umbrak finds Raph. Gotti in onto Umbrak, finds that rocket, and it's 3v2. It's Kradu and Elikor versus 3, but Elikor with a pipe and Kradu with a body shot changes it from a 3v2 to a 2v1, and Ascent going to be capping that point up.
It got to really salvage it for Omni 5, getting the crucial med pick there, evening the Ubers out. Could have been a disaster otherwise. 35 seconds left.
They need to go now. There's no Ubers, so this is going to be just a dry push from Omni 5. They just need to out-DM Ascent right here, right now. Soldiers jumping on through. Gotti gets completely denied. He's going to be out of this fight. Kradu with the headshot. Yep, that's no heals for Omni 5. That's a very bad start. Kradu does get focused down by the two scouts. The two scouts actually find Josh as well, but Gotti going down, Sui going down. The Omni 5 players is completely scattered all over the place. It's just Demos and Raph. Demos too weak to test. Raph trying to jump in, but there's just two scouts on the point. You can't really jump in without getting denied. That's going to be the second round for Ascent.
That med pick was way too crucial. 35 seconds left and getting the med pick. It's an insane play.
Insane gaming. But let's see, so
Looks like they're running sniper again on Omni 5.
yeah, they have faith. I mean, Sweet did a decent job of trying to outsnipe Kredu. I mean, Kredu managed to get some big headshots, but the 1v1 Sweet's been doing pretty decently. There goes Gotti. Yeah, sniper's already down. Sweet finds his headshot onto Elikor. This is a very good start. Gotti with his flag finds 2 more. He eventually gets cleaned up by Chris, but that's a big 3K from Gotti on this little mid on the 3rd round. And Omni 5 already in control of the point.
Yeah, very good mid. Gotti just bombs instantly onto Kredu, gets him. Perfect Roma gameplay for Product.
Most definitely. I feel bad for doubting him. Oh, but there's the Kredu Sweet 1v1. Kredu comes out victorious. No Uber up just yet for Omni 5, so Ascent is just kind of giving, or trying to take the space that Omni 5 is giving them. Raph going down on top of the point. Raptor has 93% and gets sniped by Kredu. Omni 5 is going to just completely lose control of this now. Oh, another headshot onto Gotti. Kredu's just on fire, and Scruff going down as well. Omni 5 was looking good, but now Ascent is back in it.
They seem to be forward holding as well.
Sure, looking like it's even going down to the forward hold already. The Uber not yet up for Ascent, but if Omni 5 goes quick, they actually just break this hold. Ascent completely abandoning it. Demos does go down from Omni 5, which means that the forward hold might come back in. Omni 5 without an Uber, just trying to see if Sui maybe can find a headshot or maybe get some sack plays in right now. But we're just waiting. Raph finding a soldier on the flank. Oh, and there it is! The body shot onto Umbrak. That is a drop from the French medic. He is out of there, but his team cleans up very well after him. He finds 3. Ascent finds 3 frags. A 1v1 between Scruff and Funds is going to be won by neither, as Raptor actually heals him up, but then he loses his life to Chris. And Omni 5 just kind of wants to go in, just kind of committing anyway. They're kind of just trading frags out at this point, but Ascent still in control of the point, and Raptor going down means that Ascent also has the Uber ad.
Kredu out sniping Sui again. This is looking pretty rough for Omni 5.
Feel bad. Like, this is just finding. He's on a 7 kill streak currently. He sees Raptor. Oh, that's
he gets
an 8.
buffed as well. Oh, oof. God.
Yeah, and Demos at least finds 2. I mean, that's decent, but it's now Raph and Gotti and a sniper, and Raph actually just gets completely collapsed upon. Ascent has like full Uber ad. They have a minute left to close out this map as well. Omni 5 is just going to have to try to get that force onto Umbrak and then hope that they can do something else to recover from this deficit right now as they're coming on through. They're trying to edge the point right now, and Swee's trying to find an angle onto Umbrak. Umbrak just commits his Uber. Elikor jumping straight in, trying to get onto Raptor. He doesn't actually find a frag, but gets the flash from Umbrak. Eventually finds that pipe, so no heals for Omni 5. The rest is just going down. Ascent just collapsing onto Cliff. Once
Ascent
the
really
rest
played perfectly. They knew they had Uber full ad. Yeah, to punish them for going over point. They got the medic. Really perfect play.
Yep, well, 20 seconds left. Omni 5. I mean, there's no Ubers up, so they can just go in and not have to fear for their lives. And they're going to be on the point here. And Ascent gives the space up. Just X5 on the point right now for Omni 5. They get the cap up. A soldier flying on through. That's Raph trying to get onto Umbrak. Doesn't find the frag. He finds some damage, but it's going to be it. And Omni 5 in control of the point. They need to watch out for this incoming Ascent Uber. Umbrak just behind the point, waiting for this Uber to go to 100%. It's up now. A soldier jumps on through. He just pops the Uber straight onto Elikor. Elikor jumping in onto Cliff. He's onto Sui. Not really hitting pipes. He finds one. Does not find the second. No frags for this Ascent Uber. They just have 3 players up, and Elikor getting cleaned up as well. It's Chris and Umbrak. They're going to be backing off, and Omni 5, they're still in this.
Yeah, Ascent's Uber didn't achieve much. That was the doom. I didn't get the crucial med pick.
Well, Uber's up for Omni 5. So this is the part or the one of the parts that they need to.
They need to hold the Uber here if they want to win the round. 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, definitely, they need to watch out for any and all sacking Ascent players.
Picked early.
It's not a good start. So spam coming in just forces Raptor. They need to get big frags with this. They find one. They find the demo. That's an important one, but they're not even close to Umbrak. Ascent just safely standing by Cliff with their 70% Uber ad, and the imminent push coming in for Omni-5 or from Ascent onto Omni-5. It's gonna be quite scary. Raph actually jumping in very early, gets completely denied, and well, Ascent just have the Uber up. Omni-5 is gonna have to hold against this somehow. It's now or never. Uber being popped by Umbrak once again. Elikor jumping straight through, but the headshot onto Sui denies Elikor's bomb. It's just Funds in this Uber now, and Gaudi's in the 1v1 against him. Sui actually helps out Gaudi. Josh going down, Credo going down. Chris is trying to cap up this point, but he, just before it gets capped, Gaudi gets on it, wins that fight. Umbrak going down as well, and Omni-5, they're on the comeback right now.
Yeah, Sui with the insane headshot on Elikor there. Possibly save the round. Actually, anything goes. It's 20 seconds left. And Reds almost capped the point.
They just give up the point, but they go back onto the point right now, and they pop the Uber off. Gaudi and
they need picks here.
They want to try and chase, but they're just gonna be standing on the point instead. They get sniped. They get piped. They're only up 3 players. Josh finding Raph as well. This is really rough. It's just Gaudi and Demos, the 2 Romanians on this roster. Need to just keep it together. Elikor going down. Chris as well. It's 2 frags. Ascent bit scattered here, but there goes Demos to flank from Josh. Gaudi on his own trying to keep the dream alive. When he goes down, it's going to be the 3rd round, and Ascent pull out the W.
Really close for Omni-5 there. If their Uber got slightly more picks, they really could have won that round.
It's quite unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It was looking very good for Omni-5, yeah, but
definitely, yeah, towards the end.
Yeah, well, it just doesn't work out sometimes. But we can go quickly on to the old logs. If we look at the stats before the game and then look at the stats after the first map, let's see what's going on. You see any stats that are that are catching your eye?
Yeah, I think the Credo 28 headshots stat is pretty insane. 30 frags, 11 deaths.
Well, I mean, they said at the start of the game that Credo was going to be going sniper for the first round, but he went sniper the entire game, did not play a second of scout. Yeah, 28 headshots, full 7K, just honestly just ruining Omni-5's dreams, just finding every pick after pick. It's pretty rough, but I mean, Omni-5 put up a decent fight. You know, these stats aren't that unbelievably bad. You know, Swede isn't on sniper and on scout to try and recover a little bit, but yeah, the Credo stat. I mean, it's insane, man.
Ascent play with the sniper. They know how to. They even forward held with the sniper, I think, most of the time, which some teams are reluctant to do. I guess they feel really confident in and the general DM on the team.
Yeah, definitely. But go through the rest of the stats. That one's with the 32% heals, taking a lot more than the rest of his team. I mean, he did quite respectable. The drop coming in from Umbrak, though, you know, that's disappointing. You know, you expect better from the 2nd place Prem medic. Well, Raptor, the Prem winner. No, it's not to be mean. It's not me. I don't know. I mean, you can see the heal stats. Demos gets a lot of heals, and then the snipers don't get a lot. Pretty standard product stuff. But Demos, yeah, got most of the heals pretty decent. We can go through the rest of the stats though, because see if we got anything else to really get out of this. That's a good point, actually. The second 2 rounds, Omni-5 got the first cap. They did a decent job of trying to make the comeback happen. The second 2 rounds were relatively close, but they just didn't manage to really. They never managed to just close out the round.
Yeah, they won the first cast because they shut down the sniper early. With Sui sniping once, Gotti having an early bomb in the other round, and killing the sniper pretty much instantly. Had some good mid fights for sure, yeah.
Yeah, that third, I think it was the third round where Gotti got behind and just found like that 3K, like he got Kredu, and then once the combo like backed off, it got those 2 frags as well. That was pretty impressive. He definitely showed up quite well on Roamer at times. His scout was a bit less, but his Roamer was quite respectable during that game. Some minor matchup stats, but it's just scouts killing soldiers and such. And some small Uber stats. That's actually, that's a, wait, kills during Uber, Omni 5, 17, Ascent 3? Is that right? That doesn't sound right. It sounds like...
That definitely doesn't sound right.
That sounds flipped. I think this stat might be, I think it's Ascent 17 and then Omni 5, 3. And that is actually, the Ubers from Omni 5 were really not that great. Like, they had every time they got forced, they kind of just stood on the point and tried to walk over. Well, Ascent's Ubers were always like, all right, we Uber, we flash Elikor, and he flies through, and then punch chases, and then like they try to kind of collapse on Cliff. And yeah, 3 kills in like 5 Ubers, I think it was, is pretty rough.
Yeah, definitely. Ascent had really good Uber with Elikor jumping in. Most of the time he could get the med pick as well.
Yeah, well, that seems to be most of the stats we got. Because, yeah, the rest of the stats that I'm thinking of are like 5 CP stats. So that's going to be that. But we're going to be going into the next map. We're going to be going into Prolands here. Now, obviously, we just watched a Koth game, and the product is known for all the big sniper sightlines, snipers being able to reign supreme pretty well on that map. But now we got Prolands, 5 CP. Think what do you think? Have your opinions changed of your prediction of it getting close, or do you think it's still Omni 5 as a shot?
I think it could be close, but still give it to Ascent. I think they're gonna close it out with 6 points tonight. Definitely, there's some upset potential on this map.
You think that you think this map is going to be closer than the last map?
Probably will. Yeah, I think. At least they won't have to deal with Kredu Puma sniping and yeah.
This map very not as sniper friendly. Especially like on it's not exactly the best map, but I mean, for one thing, when you're Omni 5, you can kind of look at product and how like they won what are like the the mids, basically. Like they won 2 out of 3 mids on product. So if they can replicate that on this map, like they can definitely contest Ascent quite well, because we've definitely seen our fair share of Prolands games where it's like they win the mid, they get Spire, and then it's like a stalemate. And then if they just get like a couple of decent mids and just grind it out and get that push into last, I don't know, it could work out. But it's about to start, and you said it's probably gonna be an Ascent win. Can I get a score line out of you? Can you think what the actual progression of this map is gonna be?
I think there won't be many rounds. It'll be something close. I'd say 2-1 to Ascent. That would be my prediction. But I think if Omni 5 can get some mid fights where the medic can live and they kill the other medic and they roll to last, you could definitely post some upsets.
All right. Well, it's good to hear. It's good to hear that you have some faith in Omni 5, because I mean, that last map, I mean, the scoreline might be a bit it's
elusive for sure.
Yeah.
They really put up a good fight.
Yeah, they definitely did. So let's see what's going on into this first map of the second map. First map went 3-0 on product to Ascent, and then the second map we'll see Omni 5 recover from this. The rollout coming through. Elikor demos will arrive at about the same time, both going through house. Gotti going very aggressive, immediately jumping on the train of Ascent. He finds 2 frags immediately. The combo from Ascent is decimated. There's only Umbrak and Josh left of the combo. Kredu, Chris are just trying to back off. Umbrak getting escorted out by Kredu. And that mid is gonna go to Omni 5. Actually, they're gonna keep going. They find Chris on the flank as well. They get the cap on mid. They can't chase all the way onto Umbreak into last, but they get Spire.
Yeah, these are the mids Omni 5 need. Now let's see how they can bust this last hole and even Uber.
Well, we'll see. Ascent putting up a sentry over on top right. Ascent also pushing or playing with the sniper class, so they're just ready. They're ready to hold while Omni 5 loses their demo. Raptor was actually rotating through battlements there to get to the other side, maybe to make some kind of specific play, but he sees his demo get sniped, and now he's just sitting in kind of a weird spot here on balcony. They're gonna kind of surrounded by Ascent players, and Raph even going down. They find the force on the Umbreak. Yeah, this is not that great for Ascent. They go onto stone. They find Sui. They force Raptor's Uber. Scruff actually trying to chase Funds, doesn't find that. Gotti does find Josh, and Gotti jumps on top of to get onto Elicor, and two players do go down for Ascent. Demo and their pocket, which isn't ideal. If Scruff wins this 1v1, they could push, but he loses against Funds. Demo is actually committed on the point together with Gotti there, and they just play the point. They kill those players, and it's going to be just Josh Umbreak. They can't commit on the point. It's going to be 1-0 to Omni 5.
Yeah, the early force from Raph really helped, and they got a really good Uber, some crucial picks, and secure the round.
And that's the first round already. Omni 5 winning the mid, successfully getting the force, and then going into last within 2 minutes. So this is already a better showing score-wise from Omni 5 as opposed to the last maps. Good start. Gotti wants to go aggressive again on his second mid. Immediately gets onto Umbreak. Josh going down to Scruff as well. The counter aggression does find Gotti and but Chris with the bomb goes down to Scruff. Oh, but there goes Raptor. Does go down to Funds. The mid will probably be going towards Omni 5 as Elicor gets caught on the slope by Sui and Demos, but it is a medic trade.
Ascent really need to learn how to deal with this Gotti silly getting on Umbreak. He just kills the medic instantly on the main. It's insane.
Jumps from shithouse and just gets in for free. Omni 5 a bit on disad as Raptor died a lot later in that mid than Umbreak did. So it will be about 15% advantage. Omni 5 building that Uber up. Gotti actually going down to Josh, and Omni 5 was to just pounce on this. The soldier jumping on through. Credo loses his life. And this dry push finds a third frag, actually. Chris trying to get into forward spawn gets killed by the stickies from Demos. Omni 5 puts a scout on second. The rest just walking on through main. Raph wants to see if he can get in onto the combo. He does go down, but Scruff's on the point. Funds has to contest it, but goes down to stickies. All the players from his center on the low ground. Gotti jumps in, gets a lot of damage. Sweet finds a cleanup frag. He finds a second. He's on Umbreak. He finds his 3k. And that is going to be the second round to Omni 5.
Such aggressive play. Just no respect from Omni to Ascent, really. Just dry push everything. No Ubers needed.
Yeah. Ascent shook. They're scared. I think we're in a pause. Is this the Ascent tilt coming through? We're 2 rounds in. They're already down. Like, it's been 4 minutes. This is night and day right now for Omni 5 from Product to Prolands here.
You'd think Omni 5 would be feeling down and they wouldn't feel like going for these aggressive plays, but they just collected and they dry push everything. No respect.
I'm loving it, honestly. This is so cool. Like, they find that one frag, and then they just bust through choke, and Ascent is just backing off. They weren't ready for it. They just collapse. They find Credu, and then they find Chris in the forward spawn as well. Well, the unpause comes in, so I won't be waiting too long. The tilt might have left the minds of the Ascent players as we're going into the third mid. 2 rounds up already for Omni 5, 4 minutes in. Let's see what's going on the third mid here. Let's see. I want to see if God is going to go for that aggression again. It's been quite successful for him the last 2 mids. Once again, going over to the shack of Ascent. He goes for the big bomb. Goes onto Umbreak, but he sees the rest of Ascent. Going for the aggressive mid as well. Josh jumps in onto the combo of Omni 5. Finds Raptor, but everyone else from Ascent just going down. And now they're caught on the train of Omni 5. players going down, some fights being won by Ascent players, but it isn't enough. It's just Umbrak. He's sitting in choke.
Out.
Yeah, he's just in a staring contest with Scruff. He has to kill Bind to make sure that he can spawn in time for that last ult, but that's another mid going the way of Omni 5.
Aggressive play is really on point. They do it well together. It's interesting that Goy didn't go for the bomb because he saw the whole team in Shao, so he just opted for the flank play on House.
Yeah, I mean, this is just... It's really just the momentum from Omni 5 right now. It seems like the pause was actually that the server was lagging, but it seems like this is where the pause actually came in here in this little hold on Spire. So, I guess because of Raptor's lag, he wasn't able to heal, I would presume, but we have another pause. I guess the server issues have not left us, but I mean, this is just I mean, this is the third mid that they've won. Like, what does Ascent do to try and like not lose these mids and just start on the back foot into every single one of these rounds?
It's pretty tough, to be honest. Chris went in for the early pick on Raptor. Kind of inspired like Gotti, I guess, just to get on the medic early, and he got him, but his team just crumbled really to Omni 5's aggression. Definitely nice to see Omni 5 be so good at these mids.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a task for Omni or for Ascent to recover from these mids, because I mean, you go into this map having won the last map, and you're just like, all right, hell yeah, we just won 3-0. You know, Kradu win off. We basically just destroyed them. I mean, it's not exactly what happened, but you know, you have the momentum basically, and then you lose the first mid. Okay, you know, Gotti aggression just messed you up, so maybe next mid will be better. Then Gotti does the same thing and just jumps a bit further, and you lose again. And then you're like, okay, we're going to switch it around. We're going to go to their side of mid. And then that doesn't work either. Like, I mean, yeah, they need to come with some new ideas or something. And it's just rough right now. But
yeah, definitely. It's definitely getting to them mentally, I think, as well.
So we're going to be switching servers. I think that's what my producers just said. That's what degu has told us. So... we'll be waiting for the new server information, but it's about, I think it's, what, it was about 5 minutes in, so 2-0, 5 minutes in. Omni 5 on Spire. It's just, man. Hopefully, this would be quite a shame if this kills the Omni 5 momentum here. Because this is something that's always kind of unfortunate when server issues happen. Just hope that people can keep the momentum up. Let's see. Get the new connect. Going to move on through to the next server. And we'll be continuing this game. If you're just now joining us, this is Omni 5 versus Ascent. The first map was Product, went 3-0 to Ascent. We're just in a little bit of a server switch as server issues are coming up. I'm not exactly sure of what nature, but yeah, it's 2-0 up right now for Omni 5 off of solid mid wins, and it's only 5 minutes in, so it's looking like it's shaping up to be quite the upset right now.
Definitely. My prediction's already been wrong.
Well, I mean, sometimes, man, just it's the caster's curse. You know, you predict something, and then the team is just not on the ball that day, or you know, their hands are cold, or you know, they had to walk through rain on their way to
humidity, all that, definitely. Air pressure.
Yeah, right. Maybe the scrims didn't go well or something. Maybe they just, yeah, I don't know. They slipped on a banana peel, you know, at school, and they got embarrassed and laughed at, and now they're just upset. Who knows? But I don't know. Well, people are flooding into the new server, so we'll be coming back probably in a minute or two whenever the Omni 5 players join in. man, it's quite the. I mean, so do you as a spread? So do you have like any experience playing against Omni 5? Like, what is your like opinion of this team?
I don't have
Yeah.
much experience playing against them, but I know they won high, so it must be pretty good, eh? I didn't know. I didn't expect such aggressive play. Honestly, like the dry push onto second. That's you don't really see that often in Prem, at least. People are usually scared of doing those, but not Omni 5 apparently.
Yeah, that's probably true. Like,
Hopefully they can keep up the pace. It's really interesting to watch.
it is very, very interesting. Like, this is definitely something that is a lot different. Like, a lot of these teams that kind of tend to move up from like they're like the lower prem teams tend to be either like teams that are full of like DM lords that just kind of try to DM their way through and kind of don't really know how to like approach pushing, so they kind of just stalemate and then just kind of get stuck in stalemates. But yeah, this team, I mean, Omni 5 like stuck through their high season and got like kept most of their players around. Like they kept, I think, Raf, Demos, Scruff, and Swee. Well, technically Scruff like switched in after the first week, but they basically kept like 4 or 5 players from their high roster, so they probably have kept most of the like inherent like synergy that they had from high. So yeah, maybe they're able to. They're solid at like converting advantages. Who knows? But it's definitely catching Ascent of guard. I mean, I know Ascent probably was expecting this to be one of those games where they're going to be like, all right, we win mid, and then we stalemate on last for like 7 hours, right? Like, you know, those are like some of the bog standard like Prolands games. But this has been quite the dynamic Prolands match. And I mean, if Omni 5 keeps this up, I mean, Ascent might just not have an answer for it. We'll see. I mean, this definitely will not be the first time that an Umbrak team will be caught off guard by aggression. Because, I mean, I do know that the old like Nerd Rage top 5 Rocket lineup from like last year, which would had like Blade and Medico and stuff, was like, yeah, that team was like really prone to being quite bad at like responding to aggression. Like that was one of the main reasons that they kind of got 3rd place and never really got further, and then they kind of like went into like 6th place the next season. But I don't know, like you would think that a team that because that team was like led by Umbrak. Like the all top 5 Rocket lineups are, as far as I know, that was always called by Umbrak. But now it's like Ascent. You have Josh, who main called on Lego. So you would think that there'd be some of his like more dynamic pushing, playing banners and trading Ubers and stuff would kind of carry over. But I mean, right now it's it's definitely not looking too good. But no, I mean, it's really interesting. It's very cool to see this this type of TF2 being played. Because yeah, it tends to always be reserved to like the top 2 teams rolling the lower teams. But now we have like a mid-prem team applying the aggressive play style to like a top team. So yeah, it's hope they can keep it up.
Seems like most players are already on this server. I think this pause might be in Ascent's favor really, because they probably thought of ways of dealing with the aggression now. Hopefully.
That's the theory. That's the theory.
It's a tactical pause. Or tactical server chain, I should say.
So that's so this is okay. I see. So like Umbrak, like so what happens is Umbrak or Josh or somebody dies on mid, and then they're like, all right, that's it. This server is awful, and then they just kill the reservations. Like, oh, sorry guys, and then they just switch servers, just kill the momentum, and then they get like a 10-minute tactical pause. You know, that's thinking with your head. That's some heads up play. Well, it seems like we're gonna be starting soon. Thank God, 90 seconds. The 90-second warning we have gotten. So yeah, I mean, if you could be the coach for Ascent right now, is there any advice you would give them?
I don't know really. At least they entered a stalemate now. I'm pretty sure it's going to be even Ubers, and they can do some banner play with Josh. Just their home ground, I think.
Alright. Yeah. Well, we'll see right now. Ascent's gonna ready up. Yeah, it is probably gonna be in this stalemate, as where they were when the server switch occurred was Omni 5 was on Spire, and then Ascent was on there last. So 2 rounds up. Yes, yeah, it's 2. So the state of the game will be, it will be 2 rounds up for Omni 5. It will be 25 minutes left. And then the mid has been won by Omni 5, so they're going to be going on to Spire. And then the 25 minutes comes in, and then obviously Omni 5 needs to win. Well, has the 2-round advantage. That might not. That's is important to remember though, that they're up 2 rounds. But we're going to be starting it up right now. The ready up is in. We're back into the second map here. 2-0 up for Omni 5, and yeah, Ascent. It's not going to be allowed to leave their last point, as they obviously, well, lost the mid. It seems like they're actually going to go to second, so I guess the gentleman's agreement wasn't what I thought it was. They're actually going to go on to second, and Omni 5 gets to cap mid instead. And then they're going to start...
That isn't Sniper. That's pretty interesting.
It is quite interesting. And then they're going to start at 24 minutes.
23 and 8 seconds apparently.
Yeah, it seems to be. It seems like they have a bit of a disagreement on when the server died, but it seems like they're going to be starting at 23:30. So right now, are just going to be, both teams are going to be building up their Ubers. You know, try to recreate the situation that they were in. I guess in the way that they've agreed to it, which is apparently this. So, Funds apparently has decided to just sack for some reason. This people,
weird.
What is going? People are just like, people are just questioning him, just spamming question marks in the chat. People seem to be a bit confused. Oh, Fun's just sacked for the meme because like the game wasn't live yet, I guess. Sure, I mean, this is a very bad gentleman's agreement when you don't even know when you're starting, but I guess they're starting at 23:30. Okay, the game is live. I'm just going to say the game is live, and if they don't, then that's their fault. So Kratos on Sniper. He's in Valley, of all things. A sack actually just came in on in a trade with Josh and Gotti both going down. Kratos goes into Valley all the way through and finds nothing from it. And Chris is trying to find Raph here. He's actually going to go down. It's 4v3 here, and Funds finds the force onto Raptor. And they actually are milking this Uber quite well, Ascent. Umbrak doesn't even get forced at any point. It's eventually Gotti gets onto Umbrak, finds that force. Ascent forces all the Omni 5 players out, but they can't really roll on this, and well, Ascent is in control of mid.
They could have really kept the Uber. It was only a single soldier bomb and Umbrak was full health. That was a bit of a weak pop, to be honest. And Omni 5 seem to be going in.
Yeah, well, everyone's dead. Raptor went down like immediately. Scruff Demos followed quite quickly afterwards, and then Raph Sui were the last 2 to die. Well, it was a good attempt, but Ascent now has massive advantage. They're going to be capping up second as well. Gotti trying to hide and drop down, see if he can find a weird med pick somewhere. But Omni 5 on last, building up that gun, and going to be waiting for a full Uber advantage push from Ascent.
They need to make this push work, really.
If they don't start doing it now, they can get trapped in the old Badlands last stalemate. So we'll see if they can pull it off. The Uber is now up. They're going to be choosing their opening to go into last with Josh peeking on through, wants to go top left, sees the Scruff Pyro there and decides maybe not. They're waiting. They're going to be going in. Funds Elicor, Ubering into top left. They find Scruff early, trying to get onto Raph. Oh, but Funds gets dropped by Umbrak. The gun also doesn't get taken out by Elicor until the very end of this. Raph with good rockets trying to get all this damage onto the combo from Ascent, but Ascent rotating onto top right. And Kradu finding Raph. It's just Demos and Raptor. The Uber isn't up yet for Raptor. He almost has it. He pops the Uber off. Demos not going down. Demos finds Kradu now. Omni 5 trying to force all these Ascent players out. They're quite weak. Scruff finds the cleanup frag onto Chris. Josh weak in main. Scruff tries to find him, but does not successfully kill him. Omni
The
5
push was going so well. The push was going so well. They got the pyro pick, but then they dropped funds in the Uber, and the gun didn't die as quick as it should have. And in the end, Omni 5 go Uber and held last. But they do have advantage now again, and they get another attempt.
We'll see if it works out this time. Ascent went Demo Scout at the top left. Seems like they want to do this exact same thing again, but they don't kill Scruff that quickly this time. They eventually find him. The gun denying most of this Ascent Uber. Raph in front goes down, but there's the pipe from Demos. Finds funds. The gun not down just yet. Sweet is repairing it with that wrench. Gotti finds a trade onto Chris in bottom left, and Sweet finds Kratos. It's 3v3, really 4v3 with that fourth player, the sentry gun from Sweet. And Omni 5 not even popping their Uber, and they're going to successfully hold last.
Really good defense by Omni 5. They held close. They didn't even let them through the doors. And now they get to push with Uber.
Yeah, moving on through. Scruff finds a frag onto Josh. The rest from Omni 5 walking through Banana, trying to get into Choke. Ascent kind of staying in for very long, or for too long, as funds does bleed in all of this. Raptor gets forced by Chris in Haunter there, and Kratos actually on the spy here. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work out. He's actually walking out of house and is on the train of Omni 5. He actually cloaks up. He's going to be waiting for Omni 5 to back up when the Ascent Uber comes in soon. This is not exactly the greatest situation, as they're down a player and then also down another fragging class in the form of that spy. But the force comes in. Elocore just completely collapses on it with Josh. Demo is also going down to a backstab from Kratos. But Raptor surfs out. He doesn't get out successfully, though. It gets revolvered down by Kratos. And the bust from Ascent results in a complete wipe.
The spy play actually worked on a full Uber push. It's interesting. But yeah, Ascent's going to have Uber advantage again and get to push last.
Yeah, well, it's full ad for Ascent. Well, not full ad. It's 40% ad. That's full ad's maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but Ascent are currently in lobby looking to get their first round in when they get this Uber up. They need to bust Omni 5's choke, or their last point. They've done it unsuccessfully twice. Kratos still on that spy play as well, so Ascent's going to be going for a little bit of a gimmick push here. Maybe try and get Kratos with the sapper on the sentry gun. We'll see how Ascent approaches it, as their Uber is now up. They're going top left. Again, Scout Demo. They find Raptor really early into this. Kratos does go down to Swee's sentry, but everyone's just going down for Ascent. It's just Demos and Gotti. Demos can't really contest. Gotti is in top lobby. He gets onto funds. The stickies from Demos don't do anything. He gets piped down, and Ascent finally finds the first round. It's going to be 2-1.
Really good push from Ascent. Again, the spy gets the medic. Like the combination of the spy and the Uber. And Omni 5 not as good as it was before.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be 2-1. Ascent is on their way to the comeback here. Omni 5.
They need to deal with these mids if they want to get more of these rounds.
We'll see. The Gotti aggression once again onto the train of Ascent. He jumps in, doesn't get as much damage as before, but he gets a lot of space. And Scruff finds Kratos with the bomb from Josh. Finds a scout, but the frag's going all the way, but the position is just so much better for Omni 5 as Scruff finds that cleanup, but he goes away and abandons his combos. Raptor and Raph have to fight Chris. Oh, Raph finds the headshot. That was nuts from Raph. Onto Chris. It's completely deleting him off the map, and Omni 5 with another mid-wing.
Omni 5's just insane at these mids, man. Gotti got denied, but it didn't even matter.
Oof, well, I mean, I'm still recovering from that Raph hit, air shot. That was pretty insane. I'm pretty sure Chris was going to crater anyway, but he hits it. That's the frag movie clip you're looking for. Maybe Omni 5 is going to try to outdo Ascent in those frag movie clips. We'll see, but they have the ad right now. Omni 5 going, just actually looking around for seeing what they want to do. They're going to go for the double soldier spam onto the sentry gun on top left. They spam it down with the pyro from funds, denying most of their rockets. Not really able to find the kill. So Omni 5 is going to be forced to just go without the kill onto the sentry. Josh trades in main with Gotti. And Omni 5 actually is electing to just stay here. They're just going to be waiting for Ascent to respawn. And Omni 5 is just going to be playing with their not round advantage. Since they're up 2-1, they can just kind of wait.
That's really interesting that they didn't want to try an Uber push. I guess they didn't like it with the soldier trade happening. They're around up, so they should be fine. The stalemate for a bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of the harder points to push into and push out of. And
Josh is on sniper actually on defense.
Josh Sniper.
I don't think I've ever seen that actually. I don't know he was a sniper player.
I think I've never ever seen this before. The pocket, Josh, showing his sniper prowess here, just standing in main. Multiple people have crossed his sight line, but he just hasn't shot yet. He's just very patient. I'm not sure if that's good or bad for his team, but he's just gonna go into spawn. He's gonna actually change his angle up. Honestly, I'm just gonna go into Josh pop. I'm just intrigued by this. He just peeks bottom left and sees a soldier hiding. He's not gonna go for that. He sees a scout up on top. I mean, he's going for these slow peeks. He can find demos here, and he misses. That could have been a massive frag, but instead, no frag for Ascent just yet. I mean, they're relying on Josh. Okay, there we go. We have Crady on sniper. That makes a lot more sense. This is the guy who showed up on Product, like, massively to find all the picks for Ascent.
It's good to see Omni 5 not really trying anything. Actually, they're going for double soldier aggression bottom right. They get crits really low. They're not going to commit, apparently.
Well, Josh actually aggressing into top lobby. They don't find the soldier frag they were thinking to get, but, well, seems like they get a frag. It doesn't seem like Omni 5 is really playing off of this. Cradu in main, getting free reign up in main. Raptor just stays there and gets body shot by Cradu to drop from Raptor. Just Omni 5 allowing the sniper to just peek main so aggressively. Finally, they get punished for it, and Ascent is going to be moving on through out of last. There's some players hiding, Raph hiding with Sui in trash here, but they get caught there. Raph is walking around. He wants to try and get it to Umbrak, but he's in such a weird position. Sui in a 1v1 against Chris on last, loses that. And Ascent is just on our way through to go into mid. They get a bit distracted when Raph trades with Chris on last, and they're going to be waiting for their spawners to come in. Actually, they're going to be going through house, rather, into balcony here. They want to go through without popping this Uber. Omni 5 only has 4 players up. Gaudy not in position to get the sack in to get that force. So Ascent gets the midpoint for free.
And they're looking to go forward as well. Trying to take the Uber into reset.
They're moving on through it. Pop the Uber straight onto Stone here. They want to get frags. Josh finds that important medic frag, but Umbrak is completely surrounded by Omni 5 players. He's going to go down as well. So medic's being traded out, and very bad health on the side of his set. Chris and Josh both just get completely cleaned up. A great direct onto Sui. Does at least find one, but Ascent is not looking good on the health department. Cradu on double-digit HP gets cleaned up. Scruff finds Elicor as well. Omni 5, with their medic spawn, is looking to cover right now as they are capping a Spire, and they're going to be going into probably a hold here in Choke. There's a lot of people here. They want to at least see if they can go through Choke. Raph jumping through gets completely denied by Funds. Not much he can really do about that. Omni 5 wants to go again. Gaudy jumping in as well. Gets a great shot onto Umbrak.
Gets an insane shot on Umbrak.
Oh, that was nuts. The med is down. Omni 5 is down players right now. And Josh trying to get in onto the medic. He finds demos instead. The scouts are walking in as well. Want to desperately get this Raptor frag. Raptor just walking straight out. Sui, the last one in. He's in a fight with Elicor. Elicor's 14 HP. Sui's trying to pistol snipe him. He goes down. And Omni 5 with that aggression into mid, they have the full ad.
Omni 5 is so good at these dry pushes. Gaudy gets an insane shot there, and then they play with the medic. Perfect play.
Yeah, it's
they
looking,
could take second for free here, probably. Cradu is sniping, however.
They have to watch out for that. He does have a decent angle into Choke. Raptor can't peek that. Raph comes in to pressure Cradu off of the angle, but he's just going to kind of hide and then go back in. He gets the headshot onto Raph. Raptor can't really fend for himself. He just tries to crouch. He's trying to dodge these headshots. He does not want to pop for the sniper. He eventually gets forced by Chris from Haunter. Credo and Chris get cleaned up eventually by the Omni 5 players, but they're now on the low ground. Scruff fighting Funds up top, but he goes down. Omni 5 forced to back off into mid.
That was a tough situation for Omni 5. Pushing it a second against the sniper is pretty tough. It's really difficult to take a good Uber, and in the end they take a pretty bad one and have to cut their losses.
Ascent now have the advantage. They're on their second. They want to be moving into mid here. Fun's going to be leading the push straight through. He's just taking all this space. Omni 5 just giving it up. Not even really tried to get a forcing anywhere. There is a soldier or scout behind perhaps. Oh, but Raph is in. He finds the force. Sweet does go down, but Gaudy finds Chris as well. And there's a back cap coming on from Gaudy. Finding that kill. He's just going to go straight onto last. The rest of Omni 5 going down. Raptor in under bridge is last one. Of Gaudy on last. Are there spawners for Ascent? There's nobody here to even contest this. Gaudy just gets the full back cap. Caps Spire, Caps last. It's going to be 3-1 for Omni 5.
Omni 5 delaying them for so long on mid, and Gaudy winning the DM fire in second. Really good play from Gaudy. Gotta give it to him.
I'm just confused what happened. Ascent just not being able to come back in time to deny it. So it's 3 rounds up for Omni 5. 9.5 minutes left for Ascent to get at least 2 rounds to at least push this into a golden cap. Next mid, Gaudy with the aggression again. This time gets read by Elocore completely, but Raph with the second jump in gets his own frag, and the aggression from Omni 5 under the bridge. They find all of them. Everyone on the Ascent is down. Scrub's going to be capping, and Omni 5 is going to be moving on to Spire.
The double bomb from Omni 5 was insane. Yeah, again, Raph just so much damage from the. He follows up on Gaudy's bomb and just denies the demo from being on the mid fight completely, and the nice slope area as well. Insane.
Yeah, that's another strong mid from Omni 5. Ascent just still not really having an answer to these mids. And they're on last. I mean, what happened last time is Omni 5 just held this and just burned time off the clock. And with 8.5 minutes left and a 2-round lead, that
no, this time it seems.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be trading, actually. They're going to try is the important key word in that sentence, as it fails miserably. Some soldiers being traded out, but Omni 5 forced to back off. They have about 40% dis ad now as Ascent is moving up into lobby. They want to go fast. Demo is kind of caught on balcony by Credo there. Finds that frag. Sweet finds the trade, but Omni 5 can't really contest it. Scruff is going to go on that sniper. Going to try to find Umbrak. He catches Umbrak in Banana, but he can't land the headshot as Ascent caps up Spire and Omni 5 on mid.
Seems they couldn't deal with the Pyro and Engineer. It's a pretty tragic push. And lost a couple of players as well. Now Ascent has full Uber ad, pushing onto mid. Josh goes down early.
Yeah, that's a very early death. The Uber popped also not in the greatest of spots. Omni 5 already completely retreated out of mid here. Credo does find a sniper frag, and Omni 5 now kind of awkwardly holding only choke. And Chris on the flag is distracting Omni 5. Ascent trying to move through choke with the distraction. Elocore and Funds find a frag. Raptor pops his Uber. Swee's the only one who can get any of it. He's going to be going for the chase. Can't really find anything. He needs to back off and keep his medic alive. He's going to escort Raptor onto last. Ascent is going to be taking Spire.
That was a really good play from Ascent. I knew they won't have Uber yet, and they just went for the DM fight and got some good picks and made the Omni 5's Uber really bad. And now they have the advantage for this last push.
Yeah, right now, Ascent, 7 minutes left. They need to get this push in right now to try and put this at least into 3-2 on their way. But Fun's moving on through. Another demo scout push into top left. They spam down that sentry. Don't find any other frags. Demo's up on the late on last, gets completely destroyed by Josh reading that. Gaudy jumping down onto the point, gets mulched. It's just Raptor left. That's going to be the second round for Ascent.
Technical push, really. Ascent seem to have these pushes unlocked, really. Unlike Omni 5, which seemed to struggle on last pushes.
Yeah, well, it's 3-2. One round is separating these two teams right now. 6 mid. Ascent is looking to win this to try and get this into a 3-3 scoreline. Let's see what's going on. Gotti going aggressive, but he goes straight into Valley. Does okay damage, but not too much. Omni5 tries to go into the Ascent train, but they're kind of just in a really awkward spot now as Ascent has everything under control, but they lose Kradu, and Omni5 is backing off through Valley. Raph finds Chris as well, and Ascent not really too keen to collapse onto the retreating Omni5 players. They just find all these remaining players on mid. They clean them up, they win the mid, but Raptor is still alive.
Seems like they're going to give up second as well and up to hold last.
About 5 minutes left. So it's even Ubers. Omni5 on last. Ascent in lobby. In 5 minutes, Ascent needs to find at least one round. Scruff is spy checking currently. He's looking for those off classes in spawn, seeing if Ascent's going for any gimmick plays, but they are not. They are on normal Six's cookie cutter setup right now, as Omni5 has the Pyro and NG up. So no scouts, just soldiers down into off classes for this hold. They're ready to sit here for the next 5 minutes, not do anything else but just prevent Ascent from getting that final round. Well, Ascent right now is just trying to do the soldier aggression at the top left. They find Scruff, they find Demos as well. A bit of chaos here as the Uber gets forced from Raptor, but their Ascent is losing their players behind the points. But Umbrag is all the way out there. Ascent's play worked out quite well, it seems. As
Josh just took control over top right, and they got the demo really low, and I think it was Funds or Credo who pushed up into main and picked up the demo, and they forced the Uber as well. Now they have full advantage. Really good play by Ascent. Really curious how they're willing to lose 3 players for the force as well, and Umbrag gets out as well.
Yeah, they just let their 3 players go to work, go to town, and then everyone else is backed off. Just let them do their work, and it worked out perfectly. 4 minutes left. The push coming in soon into top left. You've seen this push before. Let's see if it works again. They don't really get the Pyro till very late into this. They get the sentry down. They've taken control of top left. Ascent has Raph gets aggressed onto top right. Omni5 down 2 players. Not really found a counter frag just yet. And the scouts from Ascent are just on the point. Nobody from Omni5 in range to contest it. And it's going to be 3-3 all tied up.
Ascent's last pushes are just clinical. Chris locked down right spawn. They play the point towards the end. Really good stuff.
Yep, well, we're going into the 7th mid here. 7th mid. Let's see which team will come out victorious, if this will be a golden cap or if this will end in regulation time. Is Omni5 going onto their own train, walking over the point. Ascent all kind of just playing in Valley. Josh the only one on the high ground. Kradu jumping up as well. Gotti just going on the massive flank, trying to get onto the combo from Ascent, kind of shut down. The cap actually just comes up for Omni5. They find Umbrag, Kradu onto Raptor. A bit of a scattered offensive from both teams, but now with no heals, Ascent and Ascent Funds, Elikor are trying to get onto Raptor, try to find this frag, but neither of them really have the health anymore to contest. And Demos and Sui are doing a good job of zoning them out, and not really finding the frag though. They're letting them stay alive for so long, but now Elikor and Funds die. They're going to be on that long spawn timer, and Omni5, they win the mid.
Omni5 just took position early on the point and dominated the mid really. Chris got a really good pick on the scout, but it was all for naught. And hopefully Omni5 can get a good push to last now, secure this round. The last couple of pushes didn't work out for them. Well, actually gets popped off in lobby. They're taking it to last.
Yep, they're going straight in, but it has not worked out. Their Uber not really too successful in finding frags, and then post-Uber positioning was awful, losing all their players. It's just Gotti.
Yeah, I think the Uber got forced in an awful way, and nothing really went to plan for Omni5.
Scruff is on this sniper here. He wants to try and make the big plays to prevent Ascent from potentially rolling this all the way into their last. He's picking up now. This shutter opens up, and there's no one to be found. Some rockets fly in, denying any attempt to get a frag. And Omni5, they're on stone in kind of an awkward position. Ascent's trying to move on through Raph, trying to get onto Umbrak, doesn't find that frag as the flank from Omni5 is getting pressured out as well. Ascent has complete control of Spire here, and Omni5 now on their last, with 50 seconds left, are going to have to hold this push coming in into top left. Scruff here, the only one to meet this Uber, trying to get some air blasts in to deny anything, but the skies from his son are already on the point. Omni5 trying to get in, all the players on the point, but they all get taken out, and Ascent come out victorious. It's going to be 4-3 with 30 seconds left.
That's pretty sad for Omni5. They knew that the last holds weren't effective, so they were looking to force in second, and sadly they couldn't do it and lost 2 players in that attempt. Maybe they could have opted just to hold last, but I think the better play was trying for the force. It was just unlucky that they didn't get it.
Well, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the end of this this official here. It's gonna be, as you said, it's gonna be 6 points for Ascent, no points for Omni5, 3-0 on Product, and 4-3. That has to hurt if you're Omni5. You're so close to winning it, but you're just not able to keep it together. Your pushes just aren't solid enough. You lose your medic, and then Ascent just manages to roll it straight through, get the 6 points, and well, commiserations to them. They tried, but it's rough. It's rough. But let's quickly look. We're gonna be waiting a little bit on the logs. Our producers quickly trying to pull them up, give them cut him a bit slack here. You know, Degu's trying his hardest, filling the job that nobody else wants to, the production job, the one that needs to catch all the big air shots right now. But let's see. Ooh, so we have logs now. Let's check the logs real quick. All right, so there's obviously 2 logs here, right? Since we switched servers. We'll just be looking at this one. It says 4-1, which is obviously a bit wrong, since this is just the 4 rounds that were won on the second server. But these are the logs that are most convenient to look at, because the logs we tried to combine the logs, but those kind of bugged out. So we're looking at these instead. And well, Pred, do you see anything? What I see a stat. Are we looking? Do you see the same thing? Do you see the Elocor 5 that's 22 kills? Because that's
pretty insane, yeah. And I think it would be good to have both logs up, because Gordy's stats look pretty rough for how he played and how he performed. He got some really crucial picks and had really good mids, and these logs really don't do him justice, I'd say.
Yeah, he definitely showed up really well on I guess you could call it like the first half of the game, like the first 2 rounds, and then also that third mid. He showed up really well. I pulled up the other logs that you can't see, but yeah, he went 7-6 on that in 4 minutes, got 7 kills and top damaged on the server as well. So like he showed up really well in the first 2.5-ish rounds, but yeah, he was pretty rough after that. He couldn't really replicate the success on the mids that he had before, but I don't know. Anything else that stands out?
From the logs, not really, but for Omni5, it was really their last pushes. They just weren't working out. They could have gone a couple of more rounds for sure. They had their last pushes in order.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate. It was a very good attempt from the newly sponsored Omni5, previously known as Rakuzan, my son's basketball team. You know, all of those underdogs, all those little nicknames. Oh well, it was a very good attempt. Congratulations to Ascent for managing to keep it together, but oh well, you know, you hate to see it. It seems like we're gonna have some interviews though. We have at least one in here. We seem to have 2. We have one of both teams. We have one. We got demo from Omni5 here. Demos, the appropriate name demos. Hello, and then we have the medic from Ascent. We got Umbrak.
Yo.
Hey.
Oh, Fredcast. Whew, pug.
All right. Well, so I guess we can talk about the first map. So the first map went 3-0 in Ascent's favor. I guess this question will be a bit more directed to demos. Like, how did you guys try to deal with this Credo sniper? Because you guys were getting shut down by it a lot. Did it just not really work out, or did you not really have a good game plan for it? What happened?
Oh god. Well, we're not. I mean, this isn't our best map. I mean, we didn't prepare for it at all. We were like, okay, let's just play not yet rolled at least. But I mean, that didn't quite happen. So, we were just looking for the balance. Process and product wasn't very like. We didn't like take in consideration anything. We tried some things. We had an amazing call that was from Scruff, like, let's have 2 solids and 1 scout, and let's fire them. That was amazing. We didn't. I don't know why that happened. We had a lot of bad moments. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it definitely was a closer map than like the scoreline indicated. Like the rounds all went pretty relatively long, and like the third round was extremely close. But okay, well,
yeah, I think on the third round had like 0 seconds on the cap, and we managed to win it. But like 3-0 is really cool for us. But I think what happened, as you said, it was more close than when the logs make it look like.
I have a question for demos. Did you guys try sniper in scrims, or did you just run cookie cutter in scrims on product?
We tried it a few times, I guess, but it didn't really work for us. Like, we don't have any kind of like sniper mains or like quite the guy that understands how to snipe. Like, we got out sniped like a lot of times, I'm pretty sure, and that kind of didn't work very well for us.
Yeah, it's pretty rough not having a insane sniper on product. Not much you can do.
Alright, so moving on to the second map. So obviously, you know, there was a lot of upset potential, and then the comeback happened. But so for Umbrak, so what happened, man? Like the first 2 rounds, and then like the mid win, and then the server change. Like what happened within the team that you guys went down almost 3-0 within like 6 minutes?
Our mids were really bad, as you said. I think we won like 1 mid throughout the whole map on Badlands. So obviously it's something you try to avoid. But the difference was on the first mids, we get wiped all the time. So we had like no time to set up on last, or they had better positioning all the time. And then we managed to leave a bit more early, and or to get more of them before we all died. So they couldn't get in position us quick enough, so we could like had time. Like sometimes they just gave us time to build Uber on last. So that was really kind of them. Troll aside, I don't know what happened. We had really bad week of scrims on this one. I guess it is not a map we're good at. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that for playoffs. It's a map we're really good at, but we just like try to.
Just to make it interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Make it for the viewership. I don't really know how to explain this, because I thought we had won more mids than that, but apparently we didn't. So I guess just some kind of an off day. But it happens. It was like the first time we've played in 3 days. Maybe that's just the reason. And but in the like the way I really didn't expect Omni5, do we call them this now? To be this aggressive on mids, especially the soldiers. I think Gotti and Raf had a really crucial impact at the start of every round, so we couldn't really manage that. But then we figured some things out, and then Credu again. I can never emphasize enough how important he is for us. Gets drops in situation completely insane, so it helps a lot.
All right. So obviously, we had the first 3 rounds that went really well, and then Ascent slowly started crawling back. But So like what was there a mentality change within the team that caused this this comeback to happen, or was it maybe like just Omni5 not showing up? What is for both of you guys, maybe like what are you guys' thoughts on how this comeback came to be?
Yeah, Demos, if you
Can I
wanna.
start?
Yeah,
Nice.
sure.
Well, on the first server, let's say, when we were leading 2-0, everybody was, very focused, very hyped. But after we changed servers, people took that as if, oh, we are in the lead, we're winning, we can just chill now. That's like, that happened. They meant, like, I don't know why they did that. And after they got the first round, we were like, oh shit, this is like, we gotta try, like we gotta get back into the game. And they will slowly just grinded us out. There was this mid where we wiped them. I don't know, like I think we were like around the head or something like that, and we were like on the last with full Uber, and Raptor just said like, oh, let's just bug it out, let's just wait. And we gave them like a lot of opportunities to like go for peaks, especially Credo, where he got the drop from main, and that kind of like set the game in their favor. Like from that moment on, like nothing worked on us.
Yeah, I think the first 2 rounds you were playing like no respect. You were just dry pushing everywhere and pushing in general. And then in the third round, you won the mid. I think that's the bit you were talking about.
Yeah.
You had full ad and you just opted to hold in lobby. That was really weird. I guess Raptors missed call.
Like even then, everybody was like, "Oh, I'm ready to push there. I'm ready to push there," and Raptors like, "No, we're not pushing. Just chill. We're just hold." I don't know.
From our perspective, I would say like the fact that we changed Savak really helped us a lot. So thank you, DDoS, I guess, because it dragged the momentum, like Dimos said, and it brought us back on our feet. Because we got a bit upset, of course, because we were not expecting to be down so quickly. Like 2-0 in 5 minutes. That was not the plan, let's say. So when that happened, it gave us the opportunity to cool our heads, make some like call what was going wrong, and then we got the opportunity to come back. So that's the thing, and like you have to remember this is only 5 first season in Prem, so they may be lacking a bit of experience on where to end the game. It's something that you only get when you play some like quite a number of high stake games, I think. So this is like if they had like 1 or 2 more seasons in Prem, I don't think we would have come back because they would know how to end the game. Luckily enough for us, they are not as experienced as they should have been to know that. But like it's not like it can sound like shit talk, but this is really not shit talk. I think this is just a fact. People really underestimate.
Definitely not sounding like shit talk.
No, no, it's really not. I mean, like, give them 1 or 2 more seasons, and they would have tied this series. So.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was like they had like 2 or 3 last pushes, but if they won it, they could have won the rounds.
Yeah. Like when what I mentioned when they gave us the Uber, like if they had pushed, they would have taken the round, and that would have been 3-1 or 4-1. So, I think at least they know what they have to work on. It's just experience is just something that comes with time, and I'm expecting when we were coming back into the game, they kind of freaked out a bit. So that's also something that comes with experience. So it's nothing to be really worried about, I think, for them, and for us, just the other way around. Experience paying off. I mean, Josh has tremendous experience in Prem, so have I. So like less than him, but I still know the ropes a bit. So does Fons, like all of us. Except Chris, so we just.
About Josh. Why was he sniping on Badlands last? What was that about? What were the comms like then?
There's a call that Josh does that makes when we're on Badlands last. He says, "Buff me, I'm gonna try something," and then I don't have to press tab. I know he's gonna play sniper. He does that all the time. I think we had the scrim against Aura Electro where he played sniper. He had more kills at the end of the game on sniper than on soldiers. So, I don't know, just something he does. I wasn't expecting him to do it on this one because that's usually more of a meme, but like he realized he couldn't do anything and then he let the true Credo sniper do the work. But
yeah, he dropped Raptor then. Yeah,
like 50 seconds later.
Trying things out, try to change the game.
Metagame change, pocket off class. Will we see the Elocore sniper in the
No.
future? Hmm.
No, not too far.
Yeah, sadly, Elico isn't Warrior, I guess.
I thought Elako was good.
Ooh.
Shots fired at Warrior.
All right. Well, before you call up more people, let's just start wrapping this up. So, unless you have any more questions, Pred, yeah, we can
I
wrap
don't
this
think
up.
I do.
All right. Well, then let's start going into the old shout outs here. So, demos. You have anything else to say? Any people you want to give some props to? Anything?
I'm gonna give one shout out to the best medic I ever played with, and that's Ace.
Wow, is this shit talk towards Raptor?
Damn.
No.
Yes. Ace would have
Oh.
pushed on that Uber ad.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa!
100%.
All right, Umbrag, do you have any shout outs? Do you have also a shout out to Ace?
Shout out to the best medic I've ever played with, Raptor. Oh no, that's me. Okay. Shout out to Omnify for actually a really good game. That was the closest we had so far, so thanks to them. Shout out to my team for making this comeback. They're naughty, except Elacore. Shout out to you guys, of course, for making this stream happen, and to everyone else involved, degu and production. Shout out to that DDoS guy, Gay. You saved us, so I love you now. And shout out to the viewers. Shout out to everyone who is involved in DanLAN. And this is cool. We have another LAN. And I guess shout out to Critius Dogs and shout out to Babs.
That's a lot of shout out.
Yeah, I'm a genius squad.
Fred, what you got? You got more?
I'd like to shout out Omni5 for putting out a really good match and some nice game style. I'd like to shout out degu and obviously you, HiipFire, for having me.
Aw.
Producing. Shout out to the Nunya guys and everyone who watched and the whole TF2 community.
That's a lot of shout outs.
A bit less than you, but yeah.
Alright, well.
Do you have any shout outs, HiipFire?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for asking. I mean, shoutouts to Degu for producing, and shoutouts to Pred for casting with me. Shoutouts to you and Demos for being nice little interviewees. Very, very nice to have interviewees that, I don't know, that are very well spoken. I guess it was
Can
very
we end
nice.
this?
But yeah, hello, hey, hello, hello. All right. Yeah, just shout outs to as Ulrich said, shout outs to Copenhagen Games. It's the 28th of March to the 31st in Copenhagen, Denmark. It's gonna be some of these people that played at this match are gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. And yeah, just check it out. It's gonna be cool. Gonna be a cool old LAN. Check out Team Fortress TV, the site. Check out Team Fortress TV out on Twitter, on YouTube. Hit that fat follow button. Maybe subscribe. You know, help.
Follow me on Twitter, Ascent
yes.
_Umbrac.
Yeah, check out omni5.gg. I think is what the site's called. And shout out to Ascent as well. Check them out. It's always nice to have sponsors in TF2. So yeah, check them out. And I think that's it. So peace out here from everyone at TFTV.